Rings radar, scanning now. What's the buzz? We're breaking it down. Rings radar, hear the tone. Where the real conversations are known. Stay tuned, stay near. All the signals coming through clear. Rings radar, we're live. Feel the energy, feel it now.
What's good, YouTube? It's your girl, Soft Rain, and tonight I wanted to bring you something special. Of course, if you've been living up under the rock, we know that, it's a 10-minute countdown. We are going back to the moon. So welcome in, everybody. If you're just getting in here, make sure you go ahead and share the stream, hit the like button, drop your city in the chat, because I wanted to do this. I'm a science person. I like NASA. My son, he enjoys this, and we've actually visited the Kennedy Space Center. We drove by. We made a stop at that exact launch pad that the Artemis is on. So it was great when we were out there. And so make sure y'all come on in and enjoy this with me. Um, Tonight it's just not about a rocket. Tonight's not just about NASA. Tonight is about legacy, innovation, risk, and the possibility of seeing humanity push forward in a way that stops people in their tracks, right? So we're talking about Artemis. We're talking about the mission that represents the next major chapter in space exploration. And whether you're in here because you love science, you love history, or you just love a major live moment, or you're just curious to see what's happening next, you know, see what goes on in the sky. I don't even have my mic over here. I hope y'all were hearing me. Okay, let me check my comments. Hey, Uncle Plug. Appreciate you being here. We're gonna watch this rocket go up into space. I'm so interested in this. So I appreciate you being here. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Everybody that's gonna be coming in here, watching this countdown with me. Do they have the launch on hold? Hold on, let me see something. Let me see what's going on. Hold on, y'all.
Yes, sir, that's correct. It is 1/10 hertz.
Yeah, so from our perspective, the allowance is effectively up to 30 seconds, up to 3 samples based on the 1/10 hertz. This is not an LCC violation, I believe.
Let's see what's
Yes,
going
sir.
on
I
right
agree
quick,
with
and then
that
we'll
at this
talk
point.
some more in a
Copy that.
minute.
We're checking with KUS on 232. I don't think they have 212 access. We're trying to verify, but
Let me see what I got going on. If you're here, I see y'all are filing in.
it sounds
Come in
like
and
they
join
have a
me.
launch
Right now
velocity
they
as
got a
well.
hold on the launch. We're at 10 minutes,
About
T
10
minus 10
seconds.
minutes.
Okay.
I wanted to come
And
share
I
this
guess
with
for
y'all. So
both
make sure y'all
KUS
like,
and
subscribe,
COC, do we have
comment.
lock now?
Let me know where you're tuning in
That's correct.
from.
We do have lock for
We can watch
COSC.
this historic moment together. Let me see what's going on.
Yeah, so from the integration console perspective, we did have a temporary loss there within the allowable, and per the requirement, let's go.
This is Houston Flight. We have lock and we have good telemetry here in GSC.
And KUS is reported to they have good lock now. So with all of that OSC, then are we in a go configuration per your LCC?
Yes, sir. Recommendation would be go.
Okay, LP, you concur with that? Yes, sir. LP concurs go. And launch director?
Yes, sir. Launch director concurs go.
All right, and I'm going to go ahead and just verify everybody has everything else complete, launch director. And if we do, we'll be ready to pick up the poll at that time, unless there's something else that you're aware of.
No, sir. Let's verify all our work is complete, and I would like one last check of our constraints list.
All right, let's see. OTC, are you still waiting for com config, or are you?
That is affirmed, sir.
Okay, is that your only open item?
Yeah, OTC, this is CVSC. That 400 step 290 is complete. Copy.
Okay, so OTC, you're complete with all your work?
That's affirmed.
All right, copy that. STC?
STC is complete.
And GTC?
GTC is complete.
Okay, excellent. All right, and LPE, just want to verify we have no open constraints at this time. No open constraints. We have a clear board, sir. Okay, tracking the same here.
Okay, so they're
And
going
launch
through all their
director,
checks.
with that, we are clear and ready to pick up the launch readiness poll with your go.
Mm.
All right, sir, I am go for the poll.
All right. And for all personnel, this is the NTD conducting the Artemis 2 launch readiness check. Verify ready to resume count and go for launch. OTC.
OTC is go.
STC.
STC is go.
GTC.
C's go.
MCO.
CO's go.
Safety Console.
The safety console is go.
LPE.
LP's go.
RTD.
RTD's go.
Houston Flight.
Houston flight is go.
ROC.
Rock is go.
And CDR.
Crew is go.
Copy that. Thank you, Reed. And Launch Director NTD, our launch team is ready to proceed at this time.
All right, NTD, I copy all. At this time, I'll perform my poll. Attention on the net. This is the launch director performing the final poll for launch. Verify no constraints and go for launch.
All right, we heard it.
EGS, Program Chief Engineer.
Artemis Chief Engineers are go.
Copy, thank you. EGS, Chief Safety Officer.
The Artemis CSOs are go.
Copy, thank you. Range Weather.
Launch weather is go.
Thank you, LWO. And Artemis MMT Chair.
MMT's go.
Thank you, John. And Integrity Launch Director.
Good Air Voice, Charlie, PLT.
Thank you, Charlie. This is Victor. We are going for our families.
MS1.
This is Christina. We are going for our teammates.
MS2. This is Jeremy. We are going for all humanity.
All right.
All right, Charlie, our Artemis 2 crew is go for launch. Full send.
I copy that. Reed, Victor, Christina, and Jeremy. On this historic mission, you take with you the heart of this Artemis team.
Miles said, push the
daring
button.
spirit of the American people
Miles,
and
thank
our
you for tuning
partners across
in.
the globe, and the hopes and dreams of a new generation. Good luck. Godspeed, Artemis 2. Let's go. And into the launch director.
Go ahead, Launch Director.
Yes, sir. You have a go to proceed with countdown.
Copy that. I'll put it in work.
There's the proceed to
CDR
count.
NTD.
Go.
Get risers and initiate short purge per your EPROC 10.1.1, steps 8 and 9.
10.1.1, 8 and 9 going to work.
Copy. CVSE NTD, start and verify recordings of our Orion cameras.
Copy.
Okay. Well, there you heard it.
RSR NTD.
RSR.
They're getting ready to start terminal count.
ARM rotation enable at this time, please.
It's currently at T-minus 10 minutes. Once we wrap up this last bit of work,
SNA arm rotation enable complete.
we're going to start that clock.
Copy that. Thank you.
Integrity crew, close and
All
lock.
right, while they get ready to start on that clock, if you're joining me, I've had a few people in here. Hey, Erwin. Yes, launch is imminent. Appreciate you tuning in. While y'all in here, though, tell me, would y'all want to go to space?
You heard an issue?
If you had the chance, yes or no? Because, I know some of y'all going to say absolutely not. I can't support right here from Earth, so, hey, it sounds exciting. I don't think I would necessarily want to go. I don't know. It's tough. So what makes this so major, like moments like this, of course, it reminds us that there are still things in this world that can make everybody stop and watch together. No matter where you're from, no matter what you do, there's people all over the world watching this. And if you don't know what's going on with launching 4 astronauts that's going to make their way around the moon and back, I think they're going to be out there for 10 days, if I'm not mistaken. So they haven't started the countdown just yet. They've done all their checks. So we're just waiting on them to start the clock for the 10-minute countdown. So let's wait on this countdown. Let me say this: one of those streams, you really want to stay locked in right here with me, because when things start moving, they move fast. I got you all the visuals from NASA. This is the stream directly from NASA. So hey, y'all settle in. Let me know where you tuning in from, and let me know what do you like NASA? Do you like space exploration? Do y'all think that we can land on the moon? Because this is not landing on the moon. They're trying to do that in 2028, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. This is just going around like a catapult, going around the moon and coming back. This is going to be the farthest that anyone has ever traveled into space. So just let me know how y'all feel about it. So we're gonna listen in on figure out what's going on with this countdown because
Much it looks like.
I thought they were let me turn it back up.
Just
Thought they were ready to roll.
Final work. And once that's completed, you'll hear NASA Test Director Jeff Spaulding
Irwin.
ask for the ground launch sequencer
I don't
operator.
know. But it's a chance she could still come back,
ahead and
Irwin.
start
Or that she will
clock.
come back. So maybe not. I'm not totally for
The
certain.
ground launch sequencer is an application
I
software
think you're tuning
that
in
runs
though. I
on
really
top of
think
the
you're
launch
being
control
here.
system in the firing room, acts like a conductor of an orchestra, executing hundreds of commands in precise order and timing. It's all autonomous.
Entity CCL212, short purge initiation is verified.
All right, copy that, and we're verifying our constraints. All right, and we're clear from cutouts. And with that, we're going to resume the clock momentarily.
Okay, so they're gonna get
And
started with the
GLS,
clock
resume the
momentarily.
clock on your mark.
GLS copies. 3, 2, 1, mark. GLS mainline has been initiated.
T-minus 10 minutes and counting.
All right. So there it is.
And that begins terminal count. Our new T0 is 6:35 p.m. Eastern Time. 6:35 p.m. Eastern Time. We are now counting down to liftoff of Artemis 2.
You would, Miles? How do you think that space exploration will look to you? Tell me how you think it will look to you.
NASA
Would you go hang out on the moon?
Who's directly managing the launch team, and Alex Bendelos, the GLS operator who closely monitors the software. He has the ability to stop and restart the countdown. A lot of people ask about whether there's a launch button. There certainly is not.
Flight and Rock, our new T0 is 22:35:12.
Houston flight copies. 22:35:12.
Affirm.
There you heard confirmation of the exact T0, 6:35 and 12 seconds p.m. Eastern Time. Again, our T0 is 6:35 and 12 seconds p.m. Eastern Time.
You think so, Miles?
As I was saying, there's no launch button. This is autonomous, but there is a button that keeps you from launching. And that button
when I was a kid in middle school,
to pause the countdown outside of terminal count. And during terminal
when I was a
count,
kid in middle school, we did this back in '96.
We'll go to the next stable holding point. This is how GLS configures the rocket and ground systems to a stable point where they can stop the countdown if that's needed.
I'm sorry, y'all. I was texting. But back in 96 when I was in middle school, I know I'm telling my age. We did a Mars mission. This is when they first put the rovers out there on Mars. We did a competition, and we had to build an environment or a simulated like environment where we would have places to store food, places to of course sleep, bathrooms, all of that, and like a common area for all of the countries to meet in. So we actually won first place, and I actually got a chance to see. We have a place here in my hometown, a space science museum here, and I was actually able to see attend a special viewing for it. So it was real cool back then to watch that too. So.
in case of an emergency,
I've always
whether it's
had
on the
a
ground or in
little thing
flight.
for science and space
This is
exploration.
critical safety hardware that protects the lives of the astronauts. Starting at T-minus 6 minutes, the GLS will start bringing
At
that
6
and other
minutes.
high energy systems online, starting with core stage pressurization. Weather is 90% go. The range is go.
Mm.
All
Oh,
systems
wow,
are go.
yeah, that was a tough day. A tough day, yeah. We got
GLS is go for
about
core
6 more
stage
minutes.
pressurization.
But,
Now you'll see
earlier,
the
well,
first valve
late
for the
last
liquid
year,
hydrogen
my
tank
son
has
and I,
been
we actually
closed.
went
That
to
tank
the
is
Kennedy
being
Space Center, and we
pressurized to flight
sat
levels
or we took a
as that
tour of
hydrogen is naturally
behind the
boiling
scenes
inside
tour,
the
and we
tank.
actually rode well, we stopped in front of that exact launch pad. We were about,
The liquid oxygen tank a little
I would
later in the
say
count.
100 feet away from the actual launch pad there. There was nothing on it at the time,
While the
of
team is
course,
waiting for
but being
verification
able to
that
see
is
that
needed,
and then being
the
able to
Artemis 2
see
crew will use the launch abort system
the
to quickly
VAB,
climb
the
safely onto the top of the
vehicle
rocket
assembly
in
building
an
up close
emergency.
and personal, that was kinda nice
Let's listen in
too,
for that
so
call.
there's a lot of great, it's a good place to go, and spend a couple of days there
And see
to
if we
really
can
soak in and take in, space exploration and all that, so.
That's great news, and you heard the NTD verify that with the commander of the mission.
GLS is go for FTS arm.
Now work is being done to arm the flight termination system. This is so the range safety can send a flight termination
So we're
command
about a
if the
little bit
rocket
less than
flies
5
too far
minutes
off
to
track.
launch. Welcome in to
There's
everybody
a
who's
brief
in here for the
built-in
first
delay,
time, and if you
so
are
the
in
launch
here for the
abort
first
system has
time,
time to pull
make
the
sure you
astronauts
like,
safely forward.
subscribe, and share with your friends, so
All right, the high flow rate check. That's
I'm
so the
excited
cryo team gets
'cause it's been a
verification
while.
that the
Well, it's been a long
RS-25
time.
engines, all 4 of them, are in the proper temperature range for launch.
I think too that, some people that don't even, they're not in tune with, for a launch, or they really don't follow space like that. I think they still, watch things like this because, it just feels bigger than normal life. It's just it's it's interesting that they're gonna launch them around the moon and coming back,
Stage APU start.
Core stage APUs start. Those are auxiliary power units, high-speed turbines, which provide pressure to hydraulic pumps that steer the RS-25 engines. We're going to see a gimbal test a little later at T-minus 2 minutes and 30 seconds. This is what allows that to happen. Coming up in about 20 seconds, we're listening for go for purge sequence 4. That's a helium purge of the 4 core stage engines downstream of the propellant valve. This gets all the air and moisture out of there.
3 minutes.
GLS is go for purge sequence 4.
Moving through the milestones. All is looking good. Coming up in just a few seconds, we're going to get that thrust vector control actuator test. This is a gimbaling of the engines. There are the 4 RS-25s, 3 of them shuttle heritage, 1 of them built from
And we actually, when we were in Florida too, we actually were able to catch the, a SpaceX launch. So we were able to see a rocket launch while we were there. We stood on one of the bridges out in Titusville, Florida, and it was awesome. It was like 3:00 in the morning, but it was beautiful to see against the night sky, and there was lightning in the background and everything. I should have uploaded some of these images, for the live stream, but I'll get y'all on a, on a reaction later on.
Go for upper stage.
It was kind of like last minute. So. But it was a great experience there. If y'all ever get a chance to go down, take kids, if you got children, spend about 2 days. When they tell you you need 2 days to tour the whole facility, you do. You do. They have great simulations, everything.
Four-person Artemis 2 crew is 248,000 miles away from the moon. And if all goes well, they will fly by it in 6 days.
6 days. Let's turn it back up. I'll get some more information.
GLS's go for core stage to internal power.
All right, there's the rocket's core stage, which houses 3 flight computers, is now on its own power. There's no more hold time because there's no more margin on these batteries.
Here we go, y'all.
So we'd have to recycle back to T-minus 10 to recharge if we had a hold.
Yes. Yep, 1 minute. We're officially inside the 1 minute mark. This is where everything is real. All the planning, all the preparation, all the waiting. It comes down to this right here.
Autonomous launch sequencer, or ALS.
If you're still with me in the chat, make sure
that could come from the ground. Now, shortly after liftoff, Houston will take control of the rocket, and my colleague Gary Jordan will take over commentary.
About 30 seconds. 30 seconds.
Great call out. The rocket is
Can you imagine how they're feeling on the inside of that rocket? 4 people
ready to ride the most powerful rocket NASA has ever launched.
Mm-hmm.
Sound suppression water is flowing.
15.
And here we go.
Here we go.
10, 9, 8, 7. RS-25 engines.
5, 4. There we go.
3, 2, 1. Booster ignition. And liftoff.
Here we go.
The crew of Artemis 2 now bound for the moon.
Man, that would have been awesome to go see in person. Uh-oh. Oh, wow.
Good roll pitch.
That's about how far we were when we saw the SpaceX one.
Houston now controlling the flight of Integrity on the Artemis 2 mission around the moon.
AMT high.
AMT high.
On time passing 30 seconds into the flights. Integrity passes the ultimate beacon. Target milestone. Mission Control Houston seeing good performance on the 4 main engines. Space Launch System core stage. Integrity 3 miles in altitude. Traveling more than 1,200 miles per hour.
Mm. I can make it a little bit bigger for y'all.
Approaching max Q.
There we go.
On, Ponce de Leon.
Stan, we have you loud and clear on Ponce de Leon.
Have you the same?
Communication signal transfer confirmed as Integrity and its crew go supersonic. Approaching 90 seconds into the Artemis 2 mission. Integrity is 14 miles in altitude, 8 miles downrange, traveling more than 2,600 miles per hour.
Hey, Erwin, yep. They launched. They're traveling about 1,200 miles per hour, they said.
1 minute 50 seconds of mission elapsed time, standing by for main engine throttle down to 85%.
Miles.
Booster separation expected at the 2 minute
This is
90
not.
second mark.
We know why gas is high miles. That gas went up overnight. Well, no, over the day. It went up 30 cents, I think, from the time I got to work to the time I left work.
Main engine's throttling up, guidance converged.
Yep, we got the 2 rockets dropped off.
Integrity, guidance converged, performance nominal, upper stage RCS ready.
Copy all, Stan.
Integrity, SM priming complete.
SM priming complete.
2 minutes 45 seconds of mission elapsed time into the Artemis 2 mission. Thrusters on Integrity and upper stage confirmed in a ready state ahead of service module fairing separation.
Hey, Richard, thank you.
3 minutes
Too.
into the flight.
My
Integrity
catch-up is
4
right
at
there.
9
It's
miles
scrolling
at
at the bottom of the
altitude, 78
screen.
miles
It's
downrange.
soft
Now
rain
passing
RST.
5,000 miles per hour.
Right there, it just came up, soft rain RST. I'm working on getting monetized. I need some more subscribers, so send them my way. Tell them to like, subscribe, and share. Richard, I really appreciate you being here.
Standing by for launch
But it's
abort
right
system
there. It's
jettison.
scrolling at the bottom. Soft rain RSC on the Cash App.
Houston Integrity, good last jettison, great view.
I appreciate you coming in.
Copy jettison, Team Eco 8+02.
We see the same on board, Stan.
And Houston has you loud and clear on Tidris at the common line.
All right.
Outstanding, Stan. We have you the same.
3 minutes 50 seconds into the flight of Artemis 2, Wiseman, Glover, Cook, and Hansen cross the boundary to space with good comm checks. GPS signals acquired after last jettison now working on internal checks to verify accuracy. Flight Dynamics Officer analyzed the time of main engine cutoff, confirmed at 8 minutes 2 seconds, time of MECO.
I see y'all filing in. If y'all come in here, make sure y'all like, subscribe, and share this live. I wanted to come on for a little bit and share this experience with everyone. We are sending 4 astronauts to loop around the moon and come on back, the furthest anybody has ever gone. And hopefully it opens up exploration to the moon in 2028.
GPS processing.
So we're almost at 5 minutes into the launch.
Outstanding, Stan. We see the same, and we have a beautiful moonrise. We're headed right at it.
Yeah. The rockets have dropped off.
Approaching 5 minutes into the flight, Commander Reed Wiseman confirms he has visuals of his destination. GPS guidance, navigation, and control software finishes internal checks and sends to navigation channels.
Integrity 3 engine press.
3 engine press.
On time, now passing 5 minutes 20 seconds of mission elapsed time into the Artemis 2 mission. At this point, 3 good main engines are all that's needed to carry Integrity to a nominal main engine cutoff target. Though at this time, we're seeing 4 good engines here in Mission Control Houston. Integrity, 75 miles in altitude, 330 miles downrange, approaching 10,000 miles per hour.
Ooh. That's a lot. Can you imagine being inside of that rocket? Or the Orion capsule?
Integrity looking good at 6 minutes.
Let's stay just a few minutes longer.
Same on board, Stan.
And make sure, while I got y'all here, make sure y'all tune in to No Middleman tonight.
Engine performance.
We'll be going live in just a little bit, probably around, I'm going to say 8:30 Central at the latest. We could come on earlier, so y'all keep an eye out for it. Make sure I am part of the RSC, the Raw Society Coalition. Turn this down some. And make sure we are on tour. Make sure y'all go check us out. Go to let me put it up for y'all while y'all watching that. Let's see.
6 minutes 40 seconds of mission elapsed time. Shutdown plan is as expected. Again, the time of MECO was confirmed at 8 minutes 2 seconds into the flight.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. 7 minutes of mission elapsed time. Throttling down as we approach the abort once around option. Milestone at the 7 minute 30 second mark. Now 84 miles in altitude, 650 miles downrange.
And thank you, Richard, for the Cash App. I really appreciate you.
Integrity AOA.
Thank you so much for the $10 Cash App. I appreciate you. Yeah, I don't know why. Maybe once they get settled into, after the launch, miles, they'll give us a view of the astronauts on the inside. I pulled this straight from the NASA stream because we were able to use it without being copyrighted or anything. So it would be good to see the actual astronauts on the inside. I'm pretty sure they do have cameras, and they might be showing them in just a little bit. I'll stick around just a little bit longer.
Standing by for confirmation of MECO and core stage separation.
To see where they are. So thank you, Rigid. I really appreciate your Cash App. Appreciate it. Oh, let me pull up our stuff. Yeah, we are on tour. We are going to be in Columbus, Georgia. Let me turn that down. Y'all can still watch it. Columbus, Georgia on June the 6th at the Hideaway Lounge. So make sure y'all come out and see us. It'll be myself, Souls of Thought, Uncle Plug TV, and the Tears Down, and the one and only classic B Class. He'll be there as well. He'll be performing his greatest hits with a special request from myself. Maybe I'll get it again live. I got it in Chicago when we did Chicago. So maybe he'll do it again for me live in Columbus. But we're just gonna have some good conversations, some great music about love, dating, relationships, friendships, and any and everything in between. It'll be good to see y'all there. So if y'all in the Columbus, Georgia area, make sure y'all come see us. I put the link. Well, I'm putting the link in the chat. And of course, if you go over to, I am part of the Raw Society Coalition. If you go over to our YouTube page, all of our links are on there. Let me go. Let me get that link for you. The YouTube page. All of our links are on that page. The link to the Eventbrite is on that page. The link to our merch is on that page. And then you find all of us, me, Social Thought Classic, Uncle Plug, and Tez, all of us on all of our links are on that page to our individual channels. And congratulations to the Tez Down for getting fully monetized today. He has over 1,000 subscribers now. So that's a great thing, a great achievement for him, and I'm trying to get there. And Uncle Plug, he's trying to get those watch time hours. So make sure y'all go over to his page and view some of his stuff, some of his videos, and that he has out, and watch them on the rewatch and leave a comment so we can get those watch hours up. So we trying to get monetized so we can keep bringing y'all great content. As always, let me see where we are with this launch. I'm not gonna be here too much longer, y'all, but I thank y'all for rocking with me. And thank you to Rigid for my very first Cash App monetization. I really appreciate that part.
Reminder, halfway open on the secondary.
That's gonna go to my lashes and lip gloss fun, okay? Really appreciate that. See where we are with these astronauts.
Passing 11 minutes of mission elapsed time. Here, overhearing the conversation between Capcom Stan Love and Commander Reed Wiseman, already passing some milestones. We have a good nozzle extension deployment system. That is confirmed, complete. We also have the visors are confirmed up. Now past the dynamic phase of flight, that is ascent. Their launch and entry suits.
Just to give y'all some facts.
That provided them an extra layer of protection.
Turn them back down.
Now not as needed. They're going to raise those visors.
Just to give y'all some facts. This is a historic crew. The crew includes NASA astronauts Reed Wiseman, Victor Glover. He's the first person of color. And Christina Koch, the first woman, and Canadian Space Agency astronaut Jeremy Hansen. He's the first non-U.S. citizen to travel beyond low Earth orbit. The mission aims to break the distance record set by Apollo 13, potentially taking humans further from Earth than anyone has ever seen. As a test flight, this is the mission goal. As a test flight, it aims to prove the safety and performance of the spacecraft before landing astronauts on the moon in later missions. Of course, the launch is coming from the Kennedy Space Center, Pad 39 Bravo in Florida. It will perform a hybrid-free return trajectory, looping around the moon and returning to Earth using gravity, lasting roughly 10 days. Upon return, the spacecraft will face temperatures of roughly 2,750 degrees Celsius. That is 5,000 degrees Fahrenheit. It's going to test that heat shield when they come back in. So just as much as the launch is significant, coming back in can be significant as well. So the SLS rocket produces about 8.8 million pounds of thrust, burning roughly through 2.8 million liters of liquid hydrogen and oxygen. So, of course, there are some differences from the Apollo mission. They will not be landing on the moon. They are just going around the moon. This is NASA's first crewed flight to the moon's vicinity since 1972. Let's see what else I can give y'all right quick. So, here's a mission timeline. So day 1, of course, that's today. They're launching from the complex 39B. They're gonna orbit around Earth for 24 hours. Okay. Then on days 2 through 4, they're gonna transit towards the moon, following a translunar injection burn. Let me see what else is going on. Let me see. They're talking about it.
You had tears in your eyes. I had tears in my eyes, and we had all these people around us cheering. It was amazing.
Yeah, the energy was wonderful. I mean, it was a beautiful launch.
I'm gonna listen to her for a little bit, and then I'm gonna get on out of here, y'all. Let me see what we got.
Yeah. How does that make you feel as someone who, is an astronaut as well, but also, as you said,
They're about 15 minutes into the
So,
launch.
so proud of them.
All right, Miles.
Man, we don't have
I'll
the
see
words
you
in
later
English
on this
language to
evening.
describe this kind of an event
It'll be a
and
good one as
pride,
always.
love, so many emotions. They are truly breaking some barriers, and hopefully, as Gary just said, they've got a long day ahead of them. So wishing them well on everything. But so far, what a beautiful launch to watch.
Yeah, to be returning to the lunar orbit in more than 50 years. Maybe they go farther from Earth than any other humans before them. Maybe they see parts of the moon that we've never seen before. I mean, what a great start to what could be all of these milestones that we break in just a 10-day mission.
Yes, what a way to welcome in the Artemis generation.
Yeah, how do you feel? I mean, we saw some beautiful shots we were covering of course, the rocket, of course, the Earth falling away as we continued up into our ascents, but also some of those crowd shots where we saw young.
Okay, y'all. I really appreciate y'all rocking with me. So tonight was one of those moments where you really just to get back to say, okay, yeah, I saw that happen now, not later, not in a recap, not in a clip. This happened live, and that matters. So everybody who pulled up and watched with me, I thank you. Make sure you like this stream. Make sure you subscribe. And what I said earlier about going over to the Raw Society page and clicking those links in there. Make sure you go to each channel and subscribe to all those channels. If you're watching on the replay, tell me, drop your thoughts in the comments. Would you go to space? And what do you think about this discovery or destiny? So I really appreciate y'all rocking with me. I'll see y'all later on No Middleman. Tune in. Make sure you turn your notifications on so you know what time we're going live. I'll see y'all later. Oh, hold on. I got another. CNC. All right, Rigid. Thank you, Rigid. See you later on. Thank y'all.
Rings radar, scanning now. What's the buzz? We're breaking it down. Rings radar, hear the tone. Where the real conversations are known. Stay tuned, stay near. All the signals coming through clear. Rings radar.